Hello, my dear children. Children, in the class today, we are going to study one of the most important devices used in AC, that is transformer. What is transformer? What is its working principle? And how does it work? And what are various type of energy losses we are going to deliberate today. So, let's begin with the transformer. Consists of two coils. One is primary coil, the other one is secondary coil. Well, its working principle is mutual electromagnetic induction. We have already studied this in detail. We connect an alternating source with primary coil. Because of alternating source connected here, the current passing through the primary coil changes. And as the current passing through the primary coil changes, an induced EMF is produced across the secondary coil. The phenomenon is mutual electromagnetic induction, and that is working principle of this very important device. These transformers work only with alternating source. Only in AC we use these transformers. If we connect across primary a DC source, well, there would not be any induced EMF across the secondary coil. Studied that induced EMF across secondary coil is E2 is equal to minus N2 times d phi by dt. This expression we studied when we were studying mutual electromagnetic induction. So induced EMF across secondary coil is minus N2 times d phi by dt. The rate of change of flux d phi by dt depends upon frequency of alternating source. And the mutual electromagnetic induction, as obvious from the name itself, is mutual phenomenon. That means if we connect alternating source across primary, induced EMF is produced across secondary coil, and if we connect the same source across secondary coil, in that case, the across primary coil induced EMF will be produced. So E2 is the induced EMF across secondary coil, and that is minus N2 times d phi by dt. And if we change this alternating source from here to here, then what happens? The induced EMF produced across primary coil is going to be minus N1 times d phi by dt. d phi by dt, that is rate of change of flux, is same because it is the same source we are connecting to primary and then secondary. If we divide from 1, 2, if we divide 2 from 1, what do we get? E2 upon E1 is equal to minus d phi by dt. That will cancel out, we will get N2 upon N1. This N2 upon N1 is called as turns ratio. It is the ratio of number of turns in the secondary coil to number of turns in the primary coil. Ideally in any transformer, we assume that there is no loss of energy. So whatever energy is connected across primary coil per second, same amount of energy is obtained across the secondary coil per second. So what is this energy connected across primary coil per second? That is called as power input. And energy obtained across the secondary coil every second is called as power output. So ideally power input is same as power output. In that case E1 I1, that is power input, is going to be same as E2 I2, the power output. Now E2 upon E1, from this expression we get what? E2 upon E1 as I1 upon I2. And if we substitute this value back to this here, back to this relation number 3, what do we get? We get E2 upon E1 is equal to N2 upon N1, and that is equal to what? I1 upon I2. So E2 upon E1 is equal to I1 upon I2, and that is equal to what? N2 upon N1, and subsequently it is what? TR, turns ratio. This is also called as transformer ratio. Well, depending upon the value of TR, turns ratio, transformers are of two types. Number one is step-up transformer. Step-up transformers increases the voltage of alternating energy. So for every step-up transformer which ups the voltage, turn ratio is greater than 1. When turn ratio is greater than 1, that means E2 upon E1 is going to be greater than 1. I1 upon I2 is going to be greater than 1, and of course N2 upon N1 is greater than 1. When N2 upon N1 is greater than 1, that means N2 is greater than N1. That is, number of turns in the secondary coil is more than number of turns in the primary coil. E2 upon E1 is greater than 1 means E2 is greater than E1. That means the voltage across secondary coil is greater than the voltage connected across the primary coil. I1 is greater than I2. See, the voltage is increasing. In step-up transformer, the voltage across secondary coil is more than the voltage across secondary coil, primary coil. But what about current? Voltage is increasing, but the value of current is decreasing. Current in the secondary is less than the current in primary. So voltage across secondary is more than that connected across the primary coil. Voltage is increasing, but at the same time the current is what? Decreasing. This is symbolic diagram for step-up transformer. This is primary coil, the number of turns are less. This is secondary coil, the number of turns are more. And this E2 is greater than E1 in case of step-up transformer. Voltage increases, but at the same time the current decreases. There is another type of transformer which is called step-down transformer, and everything is vice versa for this. For step-down transformer, turn ratio is less than 1. Step-down transformer decreases the alternating voltage. Well, since turn ratio is less than 1, therefore N2 upon N1 is less than 1, E2 upon E1 is less than 1, I1 upon I2 is less than 1. When N2 upon N1 is less than 1 means N2 is less than N1. That means number of turns in the secondary is less than number of turns in primary. E2 is less than E1. That means the voltage obtained across the secondary coil is less than the voltage connected across the primary coil. Well, I2 is more than I1. That means voltage decreases, but the value of current across secondary coil is more than the value of current connected across primary coil. So step-up transformer increases the voltage, at the same time current decreases. Step-down transformer decreases the voltage, but at the same time alternating current increases. Well, practically, ideally we say power input is same as power output. Well, percentage efficiency of every transformer is what? Power output upon power input into what? 100. So ideally this percentage efficiency is what? 100. Percentage efficiency for ideal transformer is 100. But that is practically not possible. Why? Because there are always various type of losses of energy. And because of various type of losses of energy, power output is always less than power input. I2 is less than E1, I1. And as the result, percentage efficiency of transformer is always less than 100. So what are these various type of losses? We'll deliberate on. There are 4 types of major energy losses. They are what? Copper loss, flux leakage loss, hysteresis loss, and eddy current loss. What is copper loss? Copper loss is loss of energy in the form of heat across the copper winding of the primary and the secondary coil. So copper windings make up primary and secondary coil, and these copper windings have certain resistance. As current passes through these copper wires, copper windings, there is loss of energy in the form of heat, which is what is called as copper loss. Mathematically, we write this loss of energy as I square RT upon 4.2 calorie. Flux leakage loss. We say that all the flux produced by the primary coil, they pass through secondary. But practically it doesn't happen. All the flux produced by the primary do not pass through secondary. Some of them leak to the surrounding without being linked to the secondary coil. Since all flux of primary are not linked with the secondary, therefore power output is always less than power input. Hysteresis loss. Well, inside the core of primary and secondary coil, there is what? A soft iron placed. And as the current passing through the primary and secondary coil varies, the soft iron which is inside the core of the transformer is continuously magnetized and demagnetized. During magnetization and demagnetization of the soft iron, which is the core of the transformer, there is loss of energy in the form of heat, which is called as hysteresis loss. We have already studied this hysteresis loss in magnetism. And finally we have eddy current loss. Well, this eddy current loss in transformer is eliminated by taking thin laminated sheets of soft iron. Even then, there is eddy current loss. That is, eddy currents are produced in the laminated sheets of soft iron, and because of eddy currents, lot of heat is produced. So energy is lost in the form of heat due to eddy currents produced. Eddy currents are minimized, but they are not eliminated. Finally, understand the utility of transformer. Well, transformer are used to change the form of voltage or current of a given alternating energy. Alternating energy produced by a generator is always a constant. And what transformer does? Transformer changes voltage and accordingly the current also changes. Since V is to I, V into I is constant, that is, there is a fixed energy produced by a generator, and it can be expressed in various combination of infinite possible combination of V and I. And depending upon the utility, we convert the energy in that appropriate form. Like for long distance transmission, we need high voltage. We need high voltage, and we want current to be what? Low. So this form of electrical energy is used for long distance transmission. And if it is short distance transmission to our homes, in that case the voltage is stepped down and current of course increases. So this is what is the utility of transformers. So with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much and God bless you all.